My name is Sam Malcolm and this is my review of Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange is the 14th film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe and it's also the introduction to the mystical element of that universe. Doctor Strange is an arrogant surgeon who loses the use of his hands and also in turn his identity after a severe car accident, and he spends all of his money and time trying to find a way to fix them to no avail until he's instructed to go to Nepal and visit the Ancient One. And this is where he discovers that there's more to the world than he once knew. Overall, the pacing and tone is really good, and that has been a massive issue with films this year. It's visually spectacular, it's a huge achievement for visual effects. Some of the visuals that they put into there are really impressive. Something that worried me with this movie when I first heard about it was the fear that Marvel might play it safe, and visually they definitely haven't done that. It's quite refreshing to see these bizarre visuals in a blockbuster film. There are some visuals that are inspired by Escher, some visuals that are just insane, that you might see in like a vaporwave video. It's quite interesting. The performances by pretty much all of the actors are brilliant. I feel like Benedict Cumberbatch was meant to play Doctor Strange just in the same way Robert Downey Jr. was meant to play Iron Man. I feel that he encompasses that role really well. Mads Mikkelsen is great as the villain. There's no real surprise here, but the villain is a little bit underdeveloped and his motivation is a little bit unclear, but Mads Mikkelsen plays him in a way that you kind of forgive that element a little bit. It's definitely something that Marvel's kind of needs to definitely work on, is their villains. It's by far not the worst villain we've seen in a Marvel movie, but it's not by no means the best. During the production of Doctor Strange, they brought on the Community showrunner Dan Harmon, presumably to add levity to the film, possibly to make it more accessible, I don't know, but I feel like they missed the mark here. The balance is very heavy on the humour side. It got quite annoying when you're in something really cool like a fight scene and there's a really distracting sight gag going on that's just unnecessary and just didn't need to be there. Having said that, most of the jokes landed, there was just far too many of them. I decided to grade movies on a university scale because I don't think anyone else is doing it and it makes sense. So from 0 to 5 is a fail, 5 to 6 is a pass, 6 to 7 is a credit, 7 to 8 is a distinction, and 8 to 10 is a high distinction. So I'm giving this movie an 8.2, which is a high distinction. Overall, it was just another really successful film from Marvel. I can't wait to see what they do next with this character. It had great performances and some spectacular visuals. I just wish there were fewer jokes, and I wish that we got to see more of the villain. Agree or disagree, that's great. Feel free to let me know below, and thank you very much for watching, and keep enjoying movies.